what?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you all the way from Canada, it's the Rink Report with Dylon.
What up? What up? What up?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rink Report with Dylon and Uzi.
Yeah, don't forget about Jimmy the Uzi. First time on created show. Fucking beautiful thing there.
Nice, dude. I like this whole setup. Give you the props here on screen. I got all the logos here. The Rink Report. Nice.
Yeah, that was I used AI to make that intro.
Nice.
I'm just kidding.
It was your boy.
It was the aliens. Just kidding. Hey, fucking around here. Just glad to be with you guys. Let's go ahead and get into this little hockey game today. Realistically, we're going to have a shitload of games to go through on Wednesday and Friday. There's going to be a break on Thursday for the American Thanksgiving holiday. But there's going to be 15 games on Wednesday and Friday, so I'm definitely looking forward to that shit. Today, I'll get down to the best bet. We gave it out to our premium members earlier. If you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe, get the picks there before anybody else. But it has to do with the Devils and the Red Wings. Devils and the Red Wings. Devils, you would think, I take a word from Razor's page, shout out to my boy Razor. The Devils, they've been 7-0-1 at home. So you would think it would just be an auto bet, right? An auto bet for the Devils. Not so fast. I don't think that this is a situation that we are looking at today. In the short term, the water has indeed risen for these Devils. They're out. They're without their captain, their fearless leader, Jack Hughes. No, he's been out since the I believe it's the 15th was when he was officially ruled out. They ended up winning the first game right after he got ruled out, kind of like star player theory kind of type of deal there. And then they've gone to go to a 3-game losing skid. I did see that
big drop too on the money line. It's plus 105 now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's very good.
It's been moving a lot today.
Initially, the line for the Devils was really high. It started off at minus 155. Where's it at right now?
For the Devils, it's minus 135 now.
Yeah, so 20-point swing. And then you also had more of the money on the Devils side. I think it was 57% last time I checked. Let me look real quick, just because I'm curious to see how this line moved. Yeah, so you had 57% of the money on the Devils, and then slowly, surely, as people started adjusting, I think the Sharps are the ones who kind of adjusted to the Detroit side. Detroit now is kind of like the public dog now, where you have 25% of the tickets, but 53% of the money. Cam Talbot is in net. This season, he's 9-2. He's only lost once, both away and at home. He's only lost one time. And in the meantime, you have Markstrom in net. He's given up 4 goals the last 3 games against the Red Wings. So
yeah, I don't really like Markstrom either overall.
Did you take anything in this game, or I didn't even ask you, bro? My bad.
Yeah, no, we talked about it earlier. I did get on that plus 120 with the Red Wings, and yeah, it's down to plus 105 now. I think it was plus 125 early in the day, so yeah, we're seeing 20 points of movement from both sides. And then another thing too is that I didn't really like Cam Talbot, but I think you got to respect him right now. He's not terrible. I just think he's getting a little bit old, but I think he's by the numbers, he's the best goalie in the league right now with the record 9 wins and 2 losses. So fucking give me some Red Wings. Let's go back. And there's worse goalies than Cam Talbot. I maybe am shitting on him a little bit too much. He's not bad. He's just been around for a while and maybe a little bit inconsistent at times. Or maybe he's just lost me money betting on him. I don't know, but I'm willing to go back to the well with him today.
I mean, I agree with you, dude. Talbot, I've never been like a bet on goalie for me to.
Right? It's never like I see him in net and I'm like, oh, we need to bet this today. Cam Talbot's in net, you know?
But I'm also not like I haven't been scorned by him like you.
No.
I don't
It's
see
not bad, but I mean,
and feel like, oh fuck, you know.
I just feel like I'm not giving him enough credit. I shit on him for being old, but he's not bad. I mean, David Riddick, yeah, he's bad and old.
Yeah.
Jose Saros, well deserved.
Let me see. Let me get this up real quick on the Twitter, real quick. Put this on there. Did you?
I didn't have anything else in these 5 o'clock games before they're just about to pop off here, but I don't have anything.
I'll go through a couple breakdowns. Did you put a Twitter post real quick for the show? Oh wait. I can't. I put the wrong one. I put the actual StreamYard. A couple other breakdowns that you have for the game today. You have Tampa Bay Lightning that's taking on the Flyers. I definitely like the Tampa Bay Lightning, but the line is pretty expensive at -170. Vasilevsky's only allowed 1 goal in each of the last 3 games. And then let me see. The last 4 out of 5 game. Last 3 versus Philly, he had 2 shutouts. So this was the goaltender that we were talking about. He had 2 shutouts, and the other win was with just 1 goal. So let me rephrase that. Let me re-say this again. In his short term, Vasilevsky has only allowed 1 goal in those last 3 starts, and 4 out of the last 5. And then against the Flyers, he has 2 shutouts, and in his other game that he won, he only allowed 1 goal as well.
Hell yeah, shout out to Do What the Fuck You Want to Do in the chat. I'm not sure who that is, but I know that we know them. I just don't recognize the YouTube
name. What's cracking? Do what the fuck you want to do. Appreciate y'all being here, man. We just try to get back up and running. The schedule's been like we've been just trying to catch up and try to get live here, but you know,
it's been a minute since me and Jimmy been live together. Hell, it's been a minute since Sniz was with us too, but he'll be back eventually. At one point, the boys will be back in town.
Yeah, whenever he feels
comfortable. Oh shit, it's Don Play, of course.
Oh, what's cracking, Don?
Don Play. What's up, man? What's up?
They had to X the name out. You had to go incognito with the new fucking name, huh? Real quick though, we're gonna have a couple games that are about to start off. So, Urson 2-2 versus Tampa Bay. His last 3 out of 4 starts, he's given up a couple of goals. He's been very bad. The other game, I had the Blues to be able to beat the Rangers. Don't forget that the Rangers are horrible at home. They're 1-7-1. The Blues are 4-13 at home, though, also. So it may be something you want to look for live. Head-to-head, the Blues have beaten the Rangers 4 out of 5 times. A lot of the money was on the Rangers. And then the line just stayed the same. It was at 70% and it stayed the same. So that makes me feel that the books are scared of the Blues. At least the puck line, the +1.5 should cover. But that one is a possibility. Joe Holfer is in net for the Blues. He's 1-6 the last 7 games, so he's been complete dog shit. However, he's 2-0 in his career against the Rangers. He's never lost.
That's very interesting.
So that's the difference of the correlation. So it's like this is where you have to kind of imply the line movement to where you think it's going to go, right? So in my mind, that the line hasn't gotten moved up drastically for the Rangers to make it expensive, it could mean
Right.
that the Blues have an outside shot. Igor on the other side, he's 3-3. He's allowed 3 goals at least in 5 out of the last 6 games, so he's not, in any great form. He's actually lost the last 2 games against the Blues, and he allowed 3 games in those games. He allowed 3 goals in those games, excuse me.
This is their first leg of a back-to-back too, these motherfuckers.
First leg of a back-to-back. Keep in mind the Rangers are the worst scoring home team in the NHL. They average 1.4 goals per game. So I definitely like the Blues. I took them in a little round robin, little sprinkle, but it's not anything. The only thing I would want you guys to play is Detroit. Honestly,
Yeah, that's really all. I like that one the most out of these first 4 games. And then there's another play that I like at the 6 o'clock game. That's the Panthers versus Nashville. We'll get into that in a little. And then Vegas and Utah at 7 o'clock. I might get to something there.
okay, you like Portland and shit? Who they played? I didn't even really get a chance to look at basketball.
Yeah, I was actually busy as fuck at work. Usually I can do my shit, but the boss was on my ass all day. Let's see here. I'll bring that up quick. They're up against the Bucks. Yeah, Bucks been looking like shit, and that line is a +1.5 now. I see Bucks without Giannis. Usually I'd be like, whoa, pump the brakes. He's just one man, but they actually have fucking nobody without him. It's kind of embarrassing.
I'll tell you probably the easiest spot of the night that I like that just sticks out automatically to me is the Nuggets versus the Grizzlies. I don't know what way I want to attack it, but
I like that
game. I got to figure out.
I was on the Nuggets first quarter recently. I mean, I haven't been on it lately because it did the trend fell apart, but maybe we can get back to that. Another thing I was going to mention, you said for the Bucks, when everybody's out, when Giannis is out, who are you going to turn to? Who's the big?
Ryan Rollins.
Ryan Rollins.
Yep.
And guess what? Last time you mentioned that, he actually did turn up, Jimmy. He's the one that got 30 fucking points in that game when Giannis was out.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, and I don't really know that name. Maybe hardcore fans will know, but I think lesser guys,
I
they're
don't know.
not going to be even looking for those kind of cute plays. So maybe you can get Ryan Rollins for his points tonight.
Giannis is supposed to be out again.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I love that. I love that.
Giannis is out for a while right now. That's why we're seeing a 1.5 even game with Portland of all others,
Ryan Rollins. Let's see.
I'm still just going to call him Don.
Yeah, he's been stacking it. 24 points.
Don agrees with the Nuggets.
24. Yep.
He's at 22.5 tonight, total points.
Oh, that's beautiful. He's covered that the last 3 games.
I know. Usually I was on Kyle Kuzma's unders before. I mean, this was last year, but he was turning up with them too. He's another guy. He can get 16 points. I used to shit on that guy, but that's when he was on the other team and he wanted to leave, so he was acting like a baby. Now that he's on a nice team with a good name like the Bucks, he doesn't want to perform all of a sudden, so that's all it was. He was a diva, man. Me and Sniz capped that without. This is beautiful because it was a cap without fucking any stats. We were like, look at this guy, man, strolling in here, doesn't even want to play, doesn't really have his head in the game, and we just started betting his under religiously, and we were smashing.
Oh yeah. $24. 32. 32.
Yeah,
32. Ryan Rollins PRA over 32.
You think he gets those rebounds and assists too?
He's been getting either a combination. Look, he's been getting past 3 games. He's had a total of 8 assists and rebound, 20 and 12. He's been very involved the past 3 games since Giannis has been out.
Right. Fuck. Come on now.
I don't know.
Well, we got to switch the background now since we're talking about basketball. I think I got a basketball court in here somewhere.
Fuck it. It ain't Thursday.
We'll go to the live
Tuesday.
sweat for basketball. I was fucking around.
No, it's all good. We're off on the Raptors Cavs game. I also like the Raptors for this game too, but I didn't make a play on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened all of a sudden where the Cavs are always, just great. Now going to smash the Raptors. I think they're like 9-1 last 10.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. They got the same record, but the last 10, they're 9-1. Exactly.
And they're holding teams to unders too. They're playing good defense also, are the Raptors. I like the Pistons to beat the shit out of the Pacers today, but that's currently not happening. Maybe we can get a better price live. The Pistons been on fire, man. I think they beat the Pacers by 10 at the end of this game, Jimmy.
If you haven't gotten on it, the Red Wings line is all the way down to +1 and 105. So, and it's still 0-0. So I think that's pretty much, a good tell. The Lightning money lines moved up to -185. The Blues money line dropped to +115. Now +120. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And later on, if everything works out right, I'm going to try to join my boys, see if I can crash the party and watch my Niners score opening kickoff touchdown or something over in the Razor or the Sports Money Network.
Yeah, it'll be live on both their channels. It'll be with Ramon. Probably Jeff will be there. Razor Sharp Picks, of course. And go hang out with the boys, too.
Yes, you duty. So make sure you guys check them out. They usually go live for the prime times more than us.
Yeah, we're not going to stick around and do a whole live show. We're just going to give out what we think. Maybe if we come across a live bet, if we're so lucky. But
yeah, today it was just important to get that motherfucking play out for the Red Wings. That was the number one reason why we wanted to go live. Say what's
and remember, for everybody that's if you're not subscribed, you could be subscribed and you would have got that play hours ago, hours before the game started, instead of 10 minutes before, and gaining 15% more value for just $5 a month. Support us over here at Who-Bangin. We give out good plays all the time. I mean, college football, they're on fire. Biscuits and Gravy went 6-1 last week. I'm not sure what their record was this week, but they tend to do pretty good on that. The NHL show last Saturday, this episode, what did we do? 5-2, I think, something like that. I had it posted on my Twitter.
Yep.
Made a lot of good plays. We lost the Panthers. That was one loss, and we lost the Sharks. And we had 5-2 last Saturday. So pretty good. Lots of plus money in there too. We had Michkov for a goal +260. The Avs on the puck line. Sorry, it was 6-2 because I had the puck line and the fuck line, Jimmy, at +185 for the Avs.
I was saying the fuck line.
Well, then we had the Knights and the Ducks the first period over in that game, and the Ducks team total over. And that really should have just been a trifecta spot. I like that game to go over. I just didn't want 3 bets. I like the Ducks, but I didn't want 4 bets. So I said, give me the easiest bet on the board with Vegas, the first period over, and with the Ducks, their team total. And let's just do 2 bets. Banged them both out. Easy money.
Nice.
I think they got 4 goals in that first period. Vegas got 2, and then Ducks got 2 within 26 seconds.
Ducks, baby. They've been quacking. Hopefully you guys caught our very first episode, whether you're watching this live or reviewing. We gave that shit out. I'll tell you this right now, okay?
Yes, Don Play. The Red Wings money line at +105. That's the play at the moment.
That's the only hockey game we took tonight.
That's the only bet we have currently live.
I do like the under in the Panthers, and I do like the Blues, but
I like the Panthers to win that game. I mean, they just
Yeah,
come off
Panthers-
losing to Edmonton Oilers, a tough loss there, 6-3 to their rivals, who they obviously beat for the cup. So Edmonton comes back and smacks them. And who better to get some revenge on and take out a little bit of anger on than these sorry-ass Predators? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's kind of fucking bad right now. They're 1-4 last 5, 2-8 last 10.
But they're
Also with
both
Jose
bad.
Saros
They're
and net.
both dog
I was
shit.
gonna say that's my next. The caveat to that is that Florida is not good on the road, and they did just lose on the road to Edmonton. So I think they're at the end of their 5-game road trip here too.
I don't know. You know a little bit better than me right now.
Oh yes, and they're using Daniil Tarasov tonight.
yeah,
1
Tarasov.
win, 3 losses, 1 overtime loss. But I mean, he looked good in that last game versus the Oilers. Because if you weren't watching that game, this is important to note that it was Bobrovsky in net who got lit the fuck up for 4 goals, and then Tarasov came in to save the fucking day with only letting up 2 goals. So
keep in mind though, Tarasov has never beaten the Predators. Okay,
really?
So this is the catch. Tarasov has never beaten the Predators,
Shit.
and Saros has lost 4 straight against Florida.
Damn.
So what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what something's got to give here.
And that's why I said the under.
Okay, I kind of like, because I mean, Florida Panthers, it's not the sexiest play at -130 on the road. Like I said, they're doing bad. And then another thing I was going to say, I watched that Nashville game versus Colorado. Looks like Colorado wins 3-0. Nashville outshot them the whole game, 32 shots to like 20. Colorado was only up 1-0 the whole fucking game. And then they got 2 empty netters to make it 3-0. So that 3-0 might look good, but Nashville played a really good fucking game. They arguably could have beat Colorado. I had a big bet on that in a plus 2,000 parlay. And I was like, oh no, come on, Colorado. Like, I was sweating it. They made it sweaty against Colorado. So they were playing very good in their last game. And they're hungry, man. Like we say this about other teams that are losing. They're just men, they want to fucking win. They're pissed off. And eventually they're going to get one over.
No, you're right.
And they're going to fuck your day up.
You can get it over, but with the under.
Yeah, I don't hate the under either.
Yeah, trust me, the under is the better looking spot. So I looked at the line movement all the way. I've noticed a better way to keep track of the line movement. It's almost like if you're taking your measurements, say if you were like a mechanic or some engineer that you were needing to take measurements every hour, instead of like writing the line movement and like erasing it or replacing it with the new number, continue to write it through so you can see the movement throughout the day. You can visually see it, not just kind of like have to force yourself to remember it. So that really helped today, I feel like, because I could see the progression. Like for instance, in this under with the Florida, it started off with like 79% and it went to 80 and then it went to 82%, but then the fucking over never moved. In fact, it started budging to the under, So it doesn't necessarily state that with the numbers for the goalie stats. It does state that though the unders hit the last 4 out of 5 times head to head. That does help.
That's good, yeah.
So so far we don't have any goals in anything besides the Capitals game.
Yeah, the Capitals just put one up. Let's see, who was it? Jacob Chitrin. He's been hot lately, man. He's been killing it for the Capitals.
If you want a quick little breakdown for the Kings, we might as well, since we are on. Kings started as a -142 and progressively started moving up to a -148, now -155. The over was
I'm seeing -165 on my book, even 10 more points.
Okay, so yeah, so it's even more juice, right? So it's moved up over 20 cents.
I think the Senators could be a sneaky spot here.
LA Kings has about 77% of the money on that team, and it's supporting that move. right?
Yeah.
Now this is the key. This is one of the weirdest games. It's trappy one way or another. This is one of those games you wait, you take a plus something on whatever you feel comfortable with, and then just go with that, right? Levy Markkinen for the Senators, he's actually won the last 5 out of 6 games he's played in, but he's never faced the Kings. Typically, that does favor a goaltender when they've never been faced against. Typically,
Right.
in my opinion,
I think so. They don't know his moves or nothing, right? You can watch all the tape you want, but he doesn't even have a lot of tape either.
yeah, they're not used to where he opens up, and you could say the same thing for him to the shooters, but I think it's more different for goaltender.
I would say the goaltender's seen all those looks, but maybe the shooters haven't seen this goaltender's looks,
The Kings, they've lost the last 3 out of 4. The goalie for the Kings, Darcy
Kemper.
He's lost the last 3 out of 4 games versus Ottawa, and he's given up 4+ goals.
Yeah, so I guess it was their other goalie. Just 4 games ago, they beat Ottawa 1-0. So it's a revenge spot for Ottawa Senators tonight, too.
Okay, so it's a revenge spot. So that's another check mark for the for the Senators. Now, bad things is Kings are 1 in. Oh, no, this is a good stat for Ottawa. Kings are 0-3-3 at home versus Eastern teams, which Ottawa is, while Ottawa is 2-1 money line away against Western teams. So that's a good one. And then Kings are also 1-8 at home. But then the caveat is that the head-to-head history, the Kings have beaten the Senators 8 out of the last 10 times.
Sheesh.
So that's
a lot
why
to go up against.
That's why you're seeing so much like support in the Kings' direction. So I think that the Senators are going to pull this out. This could be one that goes into overtime or some shit like that. But the way that I'm going to bet it is, like I said, wait for a fucking plus. I hope my perfect in my mind would be that the Kings score and I can get an Ottawa plus 1.5. I don't even think this is one of those games you wait for a plus 2.5.
Yeah, Senators last 4 out of the last 5 games within 1 goal, except for Boston where they won by 2, so they're covering that plus 1.5 last 5 games.
Yeah. And Red Wings moved up to a minus 110.
Same on the other side, 1 goal games all last 5 for Los Angeles Kings. So plus 1.5, I think, is definitely the play there. Live, though, obviously, not at minus 190 pre-flop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the Senators are like a sneaky spot here, too. They beat San Jose 3-2, which, San Jose is better than people think this year. And then Anaheim 3-2. I mean, they were on a back-to-back, but still they beat them. And then, that LA loss, 1-0. Then they beat the Bruins, and then they lost to Dallas 3-2. So, I mean, keeping it close with good teams or beating them. I think Senators are doing a lot better than people expect. They're always that middling team that can fuck up almost anybody, the Senators, On any given night, they can win. They don't suck. They're right there in the middle for a reason.
Oh, yeah. All right, Dylan, I'll be back. I'm going to go put this thing on the charger. Let's try to wrap this up, and that way we can watch a little bit of hockey backstage. And then
you want to do this Vegas-Utah game?
I have no play, but my intuition and my instinct of watching these two teams go at it is under. Utah this season has been naturally going to the under, and people don't really think of this as much if you're not from this portion of the Americas. But this is a rivalry. Nevada and Utah are next door states. These two teams,
even when it was Arizona and Vegas too.
Yeah, even them too. Yeah, this is a rivalry game. They're in the same central division, and they see each other multiple times. It should be a very tight game. 80% of the money was on. 73% of the money was on the over. Yet I saw some books that were giving 6s and 5.5s. This is literally the one game that I didn't cap to the T like I did everything else. So I can't give you good info like I did in the other ones. But my heart would say, it already dropped to 5.5. So we already missed the best move, really.
Yeah. VGK did beat them last time 4-1. I bet on them in that spot. I thought this is a nice price, Vegas at -115. And now it's just the same situation. So I don't know if I want to do the same thing twice. But Vegas is 4-1 last 5 to the first period over when they're away. 7-3 last 10. So I think I'm going to go to the first period over, or maybe Vegas to win the first period.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I think that's what I like here. Vegas first period over. We'll just keep riding that. It's been good to us. Like I said, the way is very good right now. 7-3 last 10. Let's go last 3 just to narrow it down even further. 2-1 last 3. Well, let's go. I like that one a lot. Then, if Jimmy was saying, we might join Razor tonight. Well, we will be joining Razor tonight over at Razor Sharp Picks. And then, we'll be giving out maybe some live looks on bets over there too. So make sure you tune into that stream. It's about to start in 15 minutes over at Razor Sharp Picks and Sports Money. You can join both those channels. We'll be there. That's where you can find us for more live betting action. And have a quick look at the NBA before we dip too, actually. Pistons up by 5 now. Line is still at 9.5. All these other games start later, so.
Oh, no.
He's back.
Fuck,
What?
that was just scored. Motherfuckers.
Oh, that's okay. It's still early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else on basketball except for what we talked about. Seem to be the best kind of leans right now. Maybe Miami Heat. They should beat the sorry-ass Mavericks, really. Brooklyn Nets, I know they're not very good this year, but they are plus 12.5 at home. I do like double-digit dogs at home. It was a really good trend last year, but that's just something you got to bet every time. I don't know if I want to do that. But yeah, I guess that's it for a nice 30-minute NHL show. Little basketball in there too. So make sure you keep following us. Hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, so you can know when we're going live next time. Probably do another show on Saturday for the Rink Report, breaking down that Saturday card, because Saturday cards kind of making more money on NHL than I am UFC now. So been making a couple light UFC plays, but mostly smashing NHL on Saturdays. So going to continue to do that on Saturday. Maybe Jimmy will be here. Maybe other special guests. Bed Bath & Beyond over here. Who knows? But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Shout out to Don Play in the chat.
Oh, yeah, Don.
And let's go Red Wings.
Let's go Red Wings.
Bum, bum, ba-da-da.
To my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going